Hi, you all. With Love Season 2 is about to kick off. I'm so excited. I
Yeah.
know you are as well. Please walk me through the importance of this moment for you all. Like, there's black and brown representation on screen. It's complex, it's love, it's life, it's messy, it's good. How are you feeling about Season 2? If you could sum it up, we can go around one word each. How you would sum it up?
I would say grateful. That'd be the word I use. I mean, we know.
It's not really a word, but it's like a phrase.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that world turned upside down.
Okay. I'm going to be tuning in for that. And then what about you, Desmond?
Just humbled, you know. Yeah.
And then what journeys are your characters going on this season that you can kind of tease us with, without giving too much away? Like, what can we expect from you all's characters?
Well, Lily, in this case, she starts rock bottom in the beginning of season 2, and she is trying to navigate what I'm trying to navigate with what most of my girlfriends are trying to navigate, and I feel what most women are trying to navigate, which is love, our career, our dreams, societal expectations, family expectations, when you're going to get married, when you're going to have kids, be successful, but don't be too successful because we don't want to push men away. So where do we find that balance of what makes us happy? I feel it's going to be a journey that everyone's going to relate to, a journey that Lily is about to take a grasp of and take control and lead the way and focus on herself for a little bit, even though she still gets a little smitten by men, she's anyways, whatever I was gonna say. But anyway, so just navigating, making mistakes, but trying to stay on track and living her life fully and making her own expectations.
Yes, I love that. I can't wait. And with Love, what I love about it is that it's such an inclusive show. So if you have any words of encouragement to LGBTQ plus youth that might be watching this interview, I'm all ears. We can start with you, Desmond.
Yeah, I think this show has a really, really great representation of LGBTQ plus relationship in that it's one of the most trauma-free relationships in the show. Vinny and Mark, Jorge and Henry. I call them. I say foundational. That might be the wrong word, but it really underpins the whole series. Like, they have been the most rock solid from beginning to end, from season 1, episode 1, all the way through. They're really just so, and of course they have their dramas, they have their arguments, but they have they're all sorted out in a way that doesn't have to do with any of the trauma that community has been put through in the last forever, which is great, which is nice to, I think, really, I cannot speak for that community, but I hope that it is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. What about you, Rom?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, it's important that we got a second season. I thought that it was very forward and progressive for this show to tackle so many things, aligning with the LGBTQ community, and especially Todd and Ice's relationship. I mean, I think sometimes these shows have a way of trying to teach people, but people sometimes don't want to feel like they're being taught. Especially the masses out there, like people, they watch shows for certain reasons, right? But this show had it really threaded the line of educating people on how these things work in these relationships. And I'm just thankful that Amazon gave us the opportunity to do season 2 because, well, one, that told us that people, want to know more and they want to be more involved again. So now we have established what these relationships are, and then season 2 comes around. And it's not even about whose sexual orientation is what, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of the storytelling has been pivoted toward that. And a lot of times been, underlined with trauma. And so it's real special to be a part of a show that is highlighting these things. We don't really get to see that often.
My first question is for Constance Marie. Can you share what your favorite aspect of playing Beatriz is, as the matriarch of sorts of this family? And it's about Black and brown families and love and life, and what your favorite aspect is about this show.
Well, my favorite aspect of the show and about playing Beatriz is that she is a mother who is grounded in support and unconditional love of her children. no matter messy mistakes they make, right? She's not there to fix them or tell them that they're wrong or tell them that they need to do things this way, or she's just accepting of who they are. And I think that that is something that we need more of in society. And those mothers exist, especially now when everybody's labeled and everybody's so pulled apart. Like in one family, you can have so much drama and so much dividedness. And I think that Beatriz and Jorge and the character of our parents, it's all grounded in love, respect, and just embracing who our children are. And I think that it shows in the show when you watch it and you feel seen and represented and respected and heard and loved.
Yeah. And speaking of love and children, there's so many attacks right now, which you kind of mentioned, on LGBTQ plus youth. I'm wondering, in both of you all's opinions, what do you think has to be done to make sure that everyone is taken care of in an all-encompassing way? Benito, I'll let you go first.
That's a big, beautiful question. If I had the answer, I'd be a billionaire. Because it stems from poor education, or being portrayed in the media a bad way, or pulling policing from a certain neighborhood, or overpriced neighborhoods and gentrification. There's a lot of reasons why there's so much tumult and strain in our communities right now. If we get back to, which is the heart of this show, learning to meet people where they're at and respect them, start with that, then we have a chance to start the conversations that we need to have that are important conversations.
Right.
And we have to make sure we leave that space to listen as well. So what the show does, and what entertainment should do, in my opinion, is give you something to aspire toward, or something at least to escape to. And if you can escape to the Diaz household and know that you're supported and loved, and it's okay, and the world sees that that's just maybe we can change one or two people's minds and make them not as afraid or threatened by the things that they don't know, just by coming to our house, coming to our show and going, oh, wait a minute, this dude's fine. Well, what's my hang up?
Right.
You know, and through that entertainment, hopefully we can change hearts and minds.
Thank you for that.
I agree with that. I think getting rid of a lot of the fear-mongering preconceived notions that are being put out there, when you actually, like Isis King's character, when you get to see her as this wonderful, successful, educated, discerning, loving, funny human, you're like, well, I love her. She's amazing. So when you can show somebody another version of humanity that is just as amazing as your version of humanity, and you can let go of thinking that I have to be right and they have to be wrong, we kind of bypass that because you just see her as her and you see her life and you're like, oh, that's not so scary. That person is awesome. Oh, look at Birdie Silverstein's character. She's just a kid. She's a kid. And I think that shining the light on areas that people don't normally get to see in their normal life, or only portrayed a certain way, really opens your heart and opens your mind. And I think that is what is needed right now.
One of the scenes that people bring back to me often is a scene that I have with my son in the first episode, where he comes to me and says, Dad, are you okay? Because my boyfriend was talking about this. And I'm like, I'm more than okay. I just wish I could help you, you know? He goes, what do you mean? You taught me how to be in a relationship. And I'm blown away by his observation of me. And he's blown away by my true support of him. And people come up to me and say, that scene makes me cry every time, because I wish my dad could be as accepting. I wish my dad could just be that honest with me. And I'm like, that's why I took the show.
Right.
Because of that scene. It takes me away every single time. I love that. And Gloria's done a wonderful job for recreating moments like that, true, honest, heartfelt moments of clarity between two characters, that you get through the complicated stuff, and when you get to the other side, you change a little bit.
Yeah, and season 2 is the exact same thing. It's for my favorite.
Wait.
Yeah, I have to tell you, it's so good. One of my favorite scenes, and I can talk about it because it's season 1, is when the grandma announces to the entire family that my son's boyfriend is going to explain bisexuality to all of us, right?
Pull the chair.
Everybody comes, and there's this kind of like, let me listen and learn, and let me see what this is about. And Pepe Serna's character, when he says clowns are bisexual, that makes sense. Like it really makes you realize, yeah, if you don't know and you've never been exposed to, it's easy to fear the unknown. And then when you know it, it's just like, well, that is my son, and that is my grandma, and that is inclusivity as it should be. And I think that's one of my favorite things about the show. We represent everybody.
Yes,
Even white people.
Yes. Them too. I can't think of a better way to wrap. Thank you both so much for joining GLAAD today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for having us.